The Unseen Thread, a Stuttgart Insider Threat Story. Welcome back, everyone, from another awesome weekend in the heart of Germany. Before we start, I wanted to take a moment to introduce you to a new community messaging platform called the Operation Security, or OPSEC, Minute Extended. On Mondays, we intend to continue using this space, in both text and posted videos, to share both a little OPSEC, or Operation Security wisdom, along with an occasional Marvel team-up bridge that ties into other regulatory security disciplines and policies that our leadership and the Department of Army embrace. As September is Insider Threat Awareness Month, our OPSEC Minute Secure Narratives will feature an insider threat flavor along with a message to the Stuttgart garrison staff and workforce to check out our newly installed remedy to insider threats, the Bystander-Engagement SharePoint reporting tool, posted in the emailed version of this story. As for the posted video, we realize reading a page of dialogue is not everyone's cup of tea. As an alternative, please feel free to check out the video of this story. Simply click the link in the emailed version and let it play in the background as you tackle your morning routine and backlog of weekend email. All right, my moment is up. Enjoy the new graphic and let's dive into today's secure narrative. Prologue. The Static Charge. The fluorescent lights of the USAG Stuttgart Logistics Readiness Center, LRC, buzzed overhead, a monotonous soundtrack to Jesse Thompson's mundane tasks. He, a Department of Army civilian, DAC, and transportation specialist, wasn't a hero. He was a pragmatic, somewhat introverted man who preferred the predictability of manifests and shipping schedules to the complexities of human interaction. He'd joined the civil service after a brief, unsatisfying stint in the Army Reserve, seeking stability and a sense of purpose. He'd found both at Stuttgart, but also a comfortable routine that lulled him into complacency. This year, however, the annual security briefing felt different. A palpable sense of urgency hung in the air, like a static charge before a thunderstorm. Jesse, 32, often felt like a cog in a massive machine, but he'd recently begun to question his role, to wonder if he could be more than just a facilitator, if he could actively contribute to the garrison's security. He wasn't sure how, but the feeling lingered. Alonzo Edwards, the Garrison Command Security Manager, a retired Army MP with a wry sense of humor and a steely gaze, understood the challenge. He'd spent his career observing human behavior, recognizing the subtle signs of trouble. He knew that complacency was the greatest threat, and that vigilance required constant reinforcement. Alonzo had a troubled past. A deployment to Bosnia where a lapse in situational awareness had cost the lives of 2 soldiers under his command. The guilt haunted him still, fueling his relentless dedication to security. He saw potential in Jesse, a quiet diligence that could be honed into a powerful asset. Block 1. The briefing and the lingering doubt. Seeds of concern. Alonzo Edwards kicked off the briefing with a stark warning. The threat landscape is constantly evolving. We're seeing increasingly sophisticated attempts to exploit our vulnerabilities, and a significant portion of those attempts originate from within, insider threats. Alonzo had a way of delivering bad news with the calm authority of a seasoned chess player. He always started with a self-deprecating joke like, "If I could explain security in 5 words or less, I'd have a much better job." Mr. James Brooks, JB, the garrison's OPSEC officer, elaborated. A former intelligence analyst with a reputation for meticulousness, JB was a master of detail. He spoke with a dry wit that masked a profound understanding of the risks. OPSEC isn't just about protecting classified information. It's about protecting all information that could be used against us. Think about what you post on social media, what you discuss in public, and what you leave lying around your workspace. Don't brag about your travel plans. Don't share sensitive details, and for goodness sake, lock your computer. JB paused, then offered with a knowing smile. Remember, information is like water. It finds the cracks. Our job is to patch those cracks before anyone notices the leak. Robert Taylor, the protection chief, a former Special Forces soldier with a no-nonsense demeanor, introduced the new Bystander-Engagement reporting tool. We've developed this SharePoint-based platform to empower you to be the first line of defense against insider threats and workplace violence. He emphasized the anonymity and security of the system. It's easier to use than the coffee machine, seriously. And if you see something, say something. It's not about being a snitch, it's about protecting our people. Agents from Army CI Stuttgart, led by Special Agent Miller, a hardened veteran with a haunted look in his eyes, and Special Agent Klein, a rising star known for her analytical brilliance, presented case studies. They described the psychological profiles of insider threats, individuals driven by financial hardship, resentment, ideological extremism, or personal vulnerabilities. They emphasized the importance of recognizing behavioral indicators and reporting concerns. Jesse found himself focusing on Klaus Weber, a long-serving supply chain specialist. Klaus, 58, had been with the garrison for over 20 years, a quiet, unassuming man who blended into the background. He was known for his meticulous attention to detail and his encyclopedic knowledge of the LRC's inventory. But recently, Klaus had become increasingly withdrawn, exhibiting erratic mood swings and making frequent, secretive phone calls. He'd also started wearing a conspicuously large trench coat, even indoors, and had developed a habit of loudly sighing while staring at spreadsheets. He'd also abandoned his annual participation in the LRC's beloved chili cook-off, a tradition he'd previously dominated. Jesse had dismissed it as personal issues, but the briefing's emphasis on behavioral indicators sparked a nagging concern. Block 2. The Decision and the Anonymous Report. A Burden Shared. Over the next few weeks, Jesse's unease grew. He observed Klaus more closely, noticing subtle changes in his behavior. Klaus seemed increasingly agitated, snapping at colleagues and avoiding eye contact. He was spending an unusual amount of time in the warehouse, often working late into the night. He also started asking Jesse pointed questions about shipping container security protocols, specifically regarding weight limits and customs regulations. Jesse wrestled with his conscience. He didn't want to be a troublemaker. He didn't want to falsely accuse a colleague, but he couldn't shake the feeling that something was seriously wrong. The image of Alonzo Edwards' weary face, haunted by past failures, flashed through his mind. After a sleepless night, Jesse logged onto the Bystander-Engagement reporting tool. He anonymously submitted a detailed report outlining his observations about Klaus's behavior, careful to stick to facts and avoid speculation. He included specific examples, noting the changes in his demeanor, the secretive phone calls, and the unusual questions about shipping containers. He felt a weight lift off his shoulders, but also a sense of trepidation. He'd done the right thing, but he couldn't shake the feeling that he'd unleashed something unpredictable. Block 3. The Investigation and the Unraveling. Cracks in the Facade. Weeks later, the LRC was swarming with activity. Major Jimenez, the DES Provost Marshal, a relentless investigator with a reputation for uncovering the truth, led the investigation. The Inspector General, IG, was also involved, ensuring the process was fair and impartial. A routine audit, triggered by Jesse's report, revealed significant discrepancies in the LRC's inventory records. A large quantity of high-value equipment, night vision goggles, high-end laptops, communication devices, even specialized tools, was missing. The trail led directly to Klaus. The investigation uncovered a shocking truth. Klaus Weber, facing crippling gambling debts accumulated through an online poker addiction, had been systematically stealing equipment and selling it on the black market. He'd exploited his access and knowledge of the supply chain to cover his tracks, believing he was untouchable. He'd been using the funds to chase his losses and maintain a lavish lifestyle, including expensive vacations and a secret penthouse apartment in Heidelberg. The trench coat, it turned out, was used to conceal stolen items. Further investigation revealed that Klaus had been cultivating a relationship with a known arms dealer, a shadowy figure operating out of Eastern Europe. The dealer had provided Klaus with instructions on how to package and ship the stolen equipment, ensuring it bypassed customs and security checkpoints. Block 4. Confrontation and Confession. A Descent into Darkness. Confronted with the evidence, Klaus initially denied everything, claiming he was being framed. But when presented with irrefutable proof, including surveillance footage and financial records, he broke down and confessed. He revealed his gambling addiction, his mounting debts, and his desperate attempt to recoup his losses. He expressed remorse for his actions, but also a sense of entitlement, believing he deserved a better life. The fallout was immediate and devastating. Klaus was arrested and charged with multiple felonies, including theft, fraud, and conspiracy. The garrison suffered a significant financial loss and a severe blow to its reputation. The investigation also revealed systemic vulnerabilities in the LRC's security protocols, requiring a complete overhaul of inventory management and access control procedures. During the post-incident review, Alonzo Edwards addressed the team, his voice grave but laced with a touch of sadness. This could have been prevented. We had the tools, the training, and the opportunity to intervene. But someone hesitated. Remember, doing what right looks like isn't always easy, but it's always necessary. Jesse felt a wave of relief, mixed with lingering guilt. He'd done the right thing, and it had made a difference. He sought out Alonzo Edwards, confessing his initial hesitation and expressing his gratitude for the anonymous reporting platform. Alonzo listened patiently. Jesse, it took courage to come forward, even anonymously. That's exactly what this tool is designed for. The security of our mission and the safety of our personnel are paramount. We need everyone to be vigilant and to speak up when they see something that doesn't feel right. Block 5. A Difficult Redemption and Justice Served. A Fortified Future. The Army CID investigation, building upon the evidence provided by the garrison security team, extended beyond Klaus to uncover his network of accomplices. The arms dealer in Eastern Europe was identified and apprehended with the assistance of international law enforcement agencies. Several other individuals, including a corrupt customs broker and a logistics company employee, were also arrested and charged with conspiracy. The stolen equipment was recovered, minimizing the financial damage to the garrison. Klaus Weber was sentenced to 15 years in a U.S. military prison. The case served as a stark reminder of the insidious threat posed by insider threats and the importance of proactive security measures. Jesse, recognizing the systemic vulnerabilities that enabled Klaus's actions, volunteered to lead a team tasked with overhauling the LRC's inventory management system. He developed a new tracking system that utilized RFID technology and real-time data analytics, making it virtually impossible to steal equipment without detection. He also became a vocal advocate for the Bystander-Engagement reporting tool, actively encouraging his colleagues to utilize it and to embrace their responsibility as the unseen thread in the garrison's security net. He also found a mentor in Alonzo Edwards, who shared his wisdom and experience, guiding Jesse's development as a security professional. And, to Jesse's surprise, Anya, impressed by his courage and dedication, began to see him in a new light. She acknowledged his quiet strength and his unwavering commitment to protecting the community. The Unseen Thread incident served as a catalyst for positive change at USAG Stuttgart. It reinforced the importance of OPSEC, highlighted the power of collective vigilance, and underscored the value of proactive risk mitigation. And it demonstrated that even the most unassuming individual can make a significant difference in protecting the mission and the community, a lesson that resonated throughout the garrison and beyond. Jesse, once a hesitant observer, had become a guardian of security, a testament to the power of doing what right looks like, even when it's difficult. Thank you for sticking around as we continue exploring this extended storyboard thing. Think of it as security training with a plot twist. It's a fresh way to educate our team and connect with the community. We want your feedback on how we deliver security information. Do you prefer these stories, our weekly emails, or traditional training? Let us know with a thumbs up or comment. Your feedback really helps us to know if we're on the right path with our secure narratives, and if you have other suggestions or ideas, or are interested in a personalized name drop, or work center inclusion to our tales, don't hold back. Send a flare, or use the ICE, Interactive Customer Evaluation System, to share your thoughts. We're all ears and ready to make things even better. So, until next Monday's OPSEC Minute Extended, keep those comments coming and stay engaged.